From $3 million tropical paradises to $300 million resort empires. This is the Billionaire Private Islands tier list. Let's rank these exclusive getaways from F-tier trash to God-tier perfection. Jeffrey Epstein, Little St. James Island. Jeffrey Epstein bought Little St. James Island in the U.S. Virgin Islands for $7.95 million in 1998. The 70-acre property featured a mansion, helicopter pad, private beaches, and what locals called the Temple, a bizarre blue-striped structure that became infamous during investigations. Epstein used the island to host powerful figures from politics, business, and entertainment. The island became known as Pedophile Island after victims testified about abuse that occurred there. After Epstein's arrest and death in 2019, the island was listed for sale at $125 million. Nobody wanted to buy property associated with such horrific crimes, so the price dropped to $55 million before finally selling to a private buyer in 2023. This island represents the darkest possible use of extreme wealth in isolation. Automatic F tier. Leonardo DiCaprio, Blackador Cay. Leonardo DiCaprio bought Blackador Cay off the coast of Belize for $1.75 million in 2005. Leo's vision was revolutionary. Instead of just building a luxury resort, he wanted to create the world's first fully restorative island that would leave the environment better than he found it. The plan included solar power, waste-to-energy systems, artificial reefs to restore marine life, and luxurious eco-villas for guests. Sounds incredible, right? Problem is, the project has been delayed for nearly 20 years due to environmental concerns, permitting issues, and conflicts with local fishermen who use the waters around the island. As of 2024, construction still hasn't begun. Leo gets points for environmental ambition, but you can't rank an island that doesn't exist yet D tier for good intentions. 0 execution. Richard Branson, Necker Island. Sir Richard Branson bought Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands for just $180,000 in 1978. The 74-acre island now features a main house that sleeps 34 people, multiple private beaches, 2 pools, and a staff of 100. But Necker isn't just Branson's private playground, it's a business. You can rent the entire island for $105,000 per night, making it one of the most exclusive vacation destinations on Earth. Guests have included Barack Obama, Kate Winslet, and Elon Musk. Branson famously hosts wild parties here and uses it for business retreats where deals worth billions get made while people kite surf in the background. The island has burned down twice, once in 2011 and again partially in 2020, but Branson rebuilt it even better each time. This is what a billionaire island should be: profitable, fun, and legendary. Solid A tier. Larry Ellison, Lanai Island. Oracle founder Larry Ellison didn't buy a small private island. He bought Hawaii's 6th largest island, Lanai, for $300 million in 2012. This 90,000-acre purchase included 2 Four Seasons resorts, 2 golf courses, and 98% of the island's total land. Only about 3,000 people live on Lanai, and Larry literally owns most of their homes, their jobs, and their infrastructure. Ellison's vision was to transform Lanai into a sustainable luxury destination with renewable energy, organic farms, and high-end tourism. He's invested hundreds of millions into the island, but hasn't quite achieved the utopia he promised. Locals appreciate the investment, but also resent that one billionaire controls nearly everything about their home. That said, owning an entire Hawaiian island is objectively insane. Larry didn't buy a vacation home, he bought a small kingdom. Easy S tier for sheer scale and ambition. Johnny Depp, Little Halls Pond Cay. Johnny Depp bought Little Halls Pond Cay in the Bahamas for $3.6 million in 2004 after filming Pirates of the Caribbean nearby. The 45-acre island features 6 beaches named after his family and friends, a main house, guest cottages, and its own harbor. Depp has kept the island extremely private. Very few photos exist publicly. He said the island is his escape from Hollywood chaos, where he can disappear completely. Unlike billionaires who turn their islands into business ventures, Depp uses his purely for privacy and peace. It's beautiful, exclusive, and totally private respect. But compared to Larry Ellison owning an entire Hawaiian island, or Branson building a rental empire, this is pretty modest. Still a dream property though, solid B tier. Shakira, Bonds Cay. Shakira and Pink Floyd's Roger Waters co-owned Bonds Cay in the Bahamas. They bought it with plans to create an eco-luxury resort called Bonds Cay, the Island Experience. The development would feature 80 homes, hotels, and sustainable infrastructure. problem is the project has been stuck in development hell for over 15 years with very little progress. The island remains mostly undeveloped, and the ambitious plans haven't materialized. It's basically the Leonardo DiCaprio situation again. Great ideas, zero execution. D tier for another billionaire island that exists more in press releases than reality. Tyler Perry, White Bay Cay. Tyler Perry bought White Bay Cay in the Bahamas for $6.4 million in 2009. The 25-acre island is completely undeveloped. No houses, no infrastructure, just raw land. Perry purchased it during the financial crisis when island prices crashed, apparently viewing it as a long-term investment rather than an immediate vacation spot. As of 2024, the island remains empty. Maybe Tyler has a master plan we don't know about, but right now he owns expensive dirt. C tier for having a private island but literally doing nothing with it. Oprah Winfrey, Maui property. Oprah doesn't own a full private island, but she does own over 1,000 acres on Maui, including a farmhouse, multiple estates, and agricultural land. She spent over $50 million assembling this Hawaiian compound. While technically not a private island, Oprah's Maui holdings are so vast and exclusive they function like one. She grows organic produce, raises cattle, and lives in total privacy. During the devastating 2023 Maui wildfires, Oprah's property survived, and she donated millions to relief efforts, while also catching criticism for buying additional land from displaced residents. It's an incredible property, but without being an actual island, it can't compete with the real private islands on this list. B tier for the massive acreage and sustainability focus. Nicolas Cage, Leaf Cay. Nicolas Cage bought Leaf Cay in the Exumas for $3 million in 2006 when he was at peak spending insanity. The same era when he bought castles, dinosaur skulls, and a pyramid tomb for himself. The 30-acre island was completely undeveloped when he bought it. Cage intended to build a resort, but never did. In 2020, buried in debt and IRS problems, Cage sold the island for $2.2 million, taking a massive loss. This island perfectly represents Nicolas Cage's financial chaos. Bought impulsively, never developed, sold at a loss. F tier for being a monument to terrible financial decisions. Mel Gibson, Mago Island. Mel Gibson bought Mago Island in Fiji for $15 million in 2005. The 5,400-acre island is massive, larger than many Caribbean islands combined. It features beaches, rainforests, mountains, and a small village where about 100 Fijians live and work. Unlike most celebrity islands that become vacation spots, Mel uses Mago primarily as a conservation project and sustainable farming operation. He grows tropical fruits, raises cattle, and protects endangered species. It's one of the most environmentally responsible private islands owned by a celebrity. That said, Mel Gibson's personal controversies are extensive, but judging purely on the island itself, it's gorgeous, massive, and well managed, a tier for size and conservation efforts. Beyoncé and Jay-Z, attempted purchase. In 2010, Beyoncé and Jay-Z reportedly looked into buying a private island, but never pulled the trigger. They vacation on rented private islands instead, spending hundreds of thousands per week on temporary escapes rather than committing to ownership. Smart financial move actually. No maintenance costs, no hurricane damage, no local government headaches, but also no actual island to rank. And a tier for not even being in the game. Conclusion, the God tier. So who deserves the one God tier spot reserved for the ultimate private island? Larry Ellison's Lanai is the obvious choice, buying 98% of Hawaii's 6th largest island for $300 million, controlling an entire community, building sustainable infrastructure, and operating luxury resorts makes this the most ambitious private island project in history. It's not just a vacation home, it's a small nation under Larry's control. That's God tier. Final rankings: God tier, Larry Ellison, Lanai. S tier, Richard Branson, Necker Island. A tier, Mel Gibson, Mago Island. B tier, Johnny Depp, Oprah Winfrey. C tier, Tyler Perry. D tier, Leonardo DiCaprio, Shakira. F tier, Jeffrey Epstein, Nicolas Cage. Private islands, where billionaires go to prove they've officially run out of things to buy.